Welcome to Bed Crime Stories podcast. I'm your host, T. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, bed crimers. As always, I wish you the best. To anyone new here, a warm welcome. Thank you for checking out my channel. Let me just ask that after listening to or watching this video, if you learned something or enjoyed it, please do me a favor and smash that like button. Now, let's dig in. 6 women in Portland, Oregon, have been found dead in secluded wooded areas in the last 3 months within 100 miles of each other, triggering fears that a serialist may be in the area. The victims were all found under suspicious circumstances. There was one that was discarded in a barn, one was dumped on the side of the road, and one was hidden among bushes. Currently, the police are trying to figure out if the women's deaths are connected. They've only released the cause of death for one of the women, and that was Joanna Speaks, who was found deceased inside a barn in Ridgefield, Washington, on April 8th. The first victim was found on February 19th. The most recent victim was discovered on May 7th. The sister of Joanna Speaks spoke to reporters, and she was quoted as saying this to KJW8. "I don't want to ever scare people, but the reality is there are women dying at awful numbers." And she said that her sister Joanna was a mother of 3 and a recovering drug addict, and she's the one who was found in the barn, and that occurred in early April. According to the authorities, Joanna's body was moved to the location where she was found after she was done in. The first victim was Kristen Smith, who was 22, and she'd been missing since late December. Her remains were found on February 19th in a wooded area near an intersection in Pleasant Valley, and the coroner has not yet ruled on her cause of death. On April 24th, a few weeks after Joanna Speaks' death, 24-year-old Charity Perry was found deceased near Ainsworth State Park, and police are not releasing any more details about her death for fear of compromising their investigation. And on that same day, an unidentified woman who police believe is of Native American or Native Alaskan descent was found deceased near an interstate. She had 2 distinct tattoos, a black music note with the letter V, and a Buddha on her right upper back. And when she was discovered, she was wearing rings and bracelets, a green long-sleeve shirt, and a black and white zip-up jacket, jeans, and black and white Adidas cleats. Then on April 30th, 31-year-old Bridget Leanne Ramsey Webster was found dead, and the police are saying she was known to frequent central Portland. And then the last body to be found was 20-year-old Ashley Reel, and her remains were spotted by a fisherman in a heavily wooded area in Eagle Creek on May 7th. She was last seen on surveillance footage at a fast food restaurant on March 27th. I know some of you live in Portland, Oregon. I don't know if any of these women were living lives that put them in a dangerous category in terms of the risk continuum. Lifestyle, like if you are a drug addict and you're frequenting dangerous areas of town, I'm not sure. Well, I guess we could say that Joanna Speaks might have fallen into that category because her sister said she was a recovering drug addict. They haven't released enough details to know the specific circumstances of each woman's disappearance. So I know that you were curious to know more. I hope this helped, and I'm going to keep looking at it and sharing information as it comes in. Until the next time on Bed Crime Stories, stay safe.